Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. For today's video, I am so excited because we are going to be completely renovating my guinea pig room once again. If you guys have been following me for a while, you will know that I literally renovate my room, like completely redo all the cages about every 6 months because I get new pairings, I get sick of the layout, I want to do something different. So today I'm going to be redoing all of my cages once again. And also I've mentioned previously that I was planning to do a bonding with a herd of 5 of my guinea pigs prior to this cage renovation so they could have a brand new cage and live as a herd of 5. Unfortunately, I tried to do that bonding yesterday and it did not work out. I will show you all some clips from the bonding. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it did not work out. There was lots of launching from every single party involved. Every guinea pig launched at another guinea pig at least once. There was a lot of nipping, and in the end, blood was actually drawn, and it just was not working out this time around. I do somewhat have hope that their personalities could be compatible in the future after some side-by-side living, but just the bonding that I tried to do yesterday, blood was drawn, there were a lot of launches, there was a lot of aggression, and it just did not work out yesterday. But maybe in the future after side-by-side living there is hope for them, who knows. But for now I'm going to be doing the cage renovation with them living separately as a pair and a trio. So cage renovation is still on, even though the bonding did not work. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all what the room looks like now and take you all through the plans for what I'm gonna be doing today. All right guys, so I'm gonna show you all what the room looks like now and try to explain what the plan is and where we're going. So currently I have a 3x6 stacked cage over here. I have 2 pigs up here and 3 pigs down here. These were the groups that I tried to bond that didn't work out. So I have those 2 groups, and then over here, this is a 3x4 with my 2 single boys, each in a 2x3. And so what I'm going to be doing is essentially making sort of a U shape. So I'm going back to 2 grid wide cages, and it's gonna go all the way down here, all the way across the back, and then right here towards my desk. Ignore all of my dirty dishes, but it'll be a huge U shape with the 2 of them right here, the 3 girls right here, and then I'll have the boys on the bottom kind of over here. It's a bit difficult to explain, but I think once I get started you guys will see where I'm going with it. So I'm trying to decide where to start first. I think I'll start by scaling this cage back to 2 grids wide. So I'm super excited to go ahead and just completely redo the room, get everything nice and organized, fix up this area, and my closet is a huge mess as well, so also fix up that. So yeah, let's just get started. All right, so I'm gonna be honest, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. For some reason, I thought like deconstructing this 3x2 or the 6x3 to turn it into a 6x2 would be an easy process, but it literally has taken me so long to do it. So I have like the general frame here for this one part of the room, but I still have to do the whole other side of the L. And I pulled it away from the wall a little bit because I'm gonna vacuum up all of this hay that is like fallen back here. So I think it's almost ready after I vacuum that up to be put up against the wall. And then I will have to cut this sheet of coroplast so that it fits in the 6x2, and then cut the other one for what will be going over here for the girls, and then fix up the bottom for the boys. So quite a few more steps left to do before I can even get anyone back in their cage. All of these pigs are in my bedroom, just in 2 separate cages, waiting for me to finish this up. So I'm just gonna start vacuuming and get back to it. Alrighty, another update. I have gotten the coroplast into the 2x6. I cut it a little bit shorter, and then I just sort of shoved it up against these and up against here just to make sure it would stay in place. And then I also zip tied the coroplast to the 2 ends because it was doing a little bit of like up and down movement, and so I just zip tied it into place so it wouldn't move anymore, wouldn't bounce when they run or anything. So one cage, I guess, is pretty much complete. I have the outline for Waffles and Rocket down there. I'm probably gonna do Waffles' cage next, and then as you can see, I've started the branch across, but I need to go ahead and continue that and make sure everything is like lined up the way that I want it to be, and then they will probably go in here. But this is taking such a long time. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't take as long as it did last time. I guess because I already had like 2 of the outlines, but I feel like once I do the bridge part, maybe the rest will be fairly easy. So I'm just gonna go ahead, get back to it. I'll probably take another break again soon to eat. I did have a smoothie earlier, but this is hard work and I'm hungry again, and I have like splinters on my hands and stuff. So I'm gonna try and finish setting up their cage and then maybe do the bridge area here. All right, everyone. So it is now like 9:30 at night, and this is what we're working with. I'm determined to get this all done today. So I am going to be trying to get the girls in their cage before I go to bed tonight. And then in the morning, I'll probably do the rest of the cleaning in the room. But as you can see, Cinnamon and Sage are up here in the 2x6, and then each of the boys has a 2x4. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to finish like building this shape for this. So this is essentially in the shape that I need it to be. It's gonna be like this little L right here. So I have to take off this right here. And then what's weird is that you can see this grid does not perfectly match up with this one. And if I were to like make it match, each of the sides of the cage would have like this gap from the wall. And I just don't really want that. So what I'm gonna do is build like a whole second, like what's happening here with the down thingy is gonna happen exactly right here. And then I'm just gonna overlap some grids. It's gonna look a little bit not perfect, but it's gonna be the best use of this space right here without having to pull the cages like awkwardly away from the wall. So that is the next step. And then once that is done, hopefully I can get the coroplast in here and the girls in here, and then I can go to bed and in the morning finish it up. But I can already see there's gonna be so much more space here on the floor. All right, so this is sort of what I was trying to explain earlier, is that I just built like a mirror image of this side over here. So this is the L part, and then it will continue onto here. And I'm just gonna have the coroplast go right over the little gap here. The only issue is the walls. For the back, I like zip tied this grid right here, but honestly, like it looks not the best, but it's the best option. I'm gonna have to do that for the front as well. It's not great, but it works, and I prefer the grid over having like giant gaps on either end of the wall. Sorry, I'm like literally out of breath because I've been like crawling up under here and like trying to cut all the zip ties, and it's just been a lot of work, but we're almost done. We're basically on to the coroplast stage, which I'm a little bit worried about because my plan was to just like puzzle piece together whatever coroplast I happen to have to make this L shape. So hopefully that goes over well. I think they're having a little argument over there, but hopefully I can make it work for the L and get the girls in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and try and finish this up. All right, so I am so out of breath, but I have finished the coroplast. It was honestly a huge pain because of this little gap here. It was like 4 inches longer than a 2x6, and what I had for the back wall was a 2x6, so I had to like Frankenstein on a side, and then this over here, this is just like 4 pieces of coroplast like taped together. I mean, it honestly turned out all right. There's just like a ton of duct tape holding it together, but it is 11:30. I didn't realize how out of breath I am from like doing this. This is like, took me so much longer and was so much more work than I had originally anticipated it was going to be, but I finally have the trio's L-shaped cage done. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put in like the bare minimum stuff so I can get some rest, go to bed, and then tomorrow we will tackle everything else. But I'm gonna go ahead and just set up their cage and get them in it. All right, guys, they are in. Everyone is in the cages. I have completed redoing all the grids. Thank God. It's taken all day. I literally, it's 12:15 right now. It's past midnight. So it's taken me all day to do this, but it's finally done. So I'm going to go ahead and go to bed, and then in the morning we will tackle everything else in the room and getting it perfect and doing the storage organization and cleaning the floor. But for tonight, I'm just grateful that it is done and I am going to bed. Hello, everyone. It is the next afternoon. It's not even the morning. It's literally like 2 p.m. right now. It's the next afternoon, and I'm about to start tackling the floor in here. I'm actually currently standing in a pile of spilled bedding that is just all over my floor. There's just, you can't even see my floor. So I'm gonna be cleaning that up, and then I also am gonna be decorating the walls and stuff a little bit. I wanted to show you all, I just got back from Five Below, and I went and just got like a couple things to go ahead and decorate the walls, like while I basically like am in here cleaning anyway and stuff. So I got this shelf. They didn't have a lot of shelves there, but I did find this one. I want to set up a little memorial shelf for Stardust, and this one actually has like little moons and stuff on it, so I thought that was really, really cute. So I'm gonna find a place in here to put this shelf up. I'm honestly not entirely sure where, but I'm gonna find a place to put this shelf up and then put Stardust ashes on here, her paw print, and then I think today the frame that I got made for her also came in the mail, so I'll also be hanging that up above the shelf. And then the rest of the stuff in here is just kind of like random stuff that I grabbed. I got a little plant to go on the shelf for Stardust as well. I like to put a little plant on every shelf. I know it's a bit excessive, but I just feel like it offsets all the other stuff. Like it's a nice little contrast moment, I guess. And then I got 2 of these lights, which I don't know if this was the right move. This is a vanity light. I wanted some sort of light to go for each of the boys' cages. And originally I was looking for like a ring light or something like that, just because I've done fairy lights in the past and it's so much like zip tying to attach them and everything. So I wanted to try something different, but I got these vanity lights. I got 2 of these. So we'll see like what the lighting's like on these and how they work. My only issue is they are battery operated, so I'm kind of worried that like I just have to like reach under and like turn them on, which is a little bit of a pain, but we can work with that. And then I got another laundry hamper. I have 1 laundry basket right now. I think it's in my car, but I wanted to get another one for all of their stuff. This is a split laundry hamper. And then I also have the clear bin here that I'm holding. This is just going to be like another storage bin for like, I think, treats and toys and stuff like that. So all this stuff should help me finish getting this room together. And I wanted to show you all, but Cinnamon has been going absolutely crazy for the trio over here. Originally it was just like plain grids here, and I ended up putting up this piece of coroplast because he has just been like, he was pacing back and forth along the bars. He was chewing. He was obsessed. Like I said, I did try to bond them all and it failed. And he was the one who ended up injuring 2 of them. But it wasn't like in an aggressive way. It was more like they launched at him and then he retaliated and ended up nipping them. So I don't know what his deal is. So I went ahead and put up this piece of coroplast. I'm not worried about him like hurting them through the bars or anything. He's not that kind of aggressive. I think he's just honestly a little bit overwhelmed by more females and he just like wants to be with them, and maybe he has some feelings left over about the failed bonding too. But he still can see them a little bit through here and through there. But I did want to kind of give them like a private space to eat so they're not constantly being overwhelmed by him trying to like literally get to them. And hopefully in time he will calm down and I can fully remove this coroplast barrier. But for right now, it's just there to give them a little bit of separation. So that's that. And then this is the floor. So let's get started on cleaning this up. All right, everyone, it is finally time for a tour of the finished room. So I'm probably just gonna start over here. So obviously here we have the trios cage for my 3 females. This is a 2x8, so it is about 21 square feet for the 3 of them. You can see Miss Marshmallow is back here. And then up top, I just have some miscellaneous stuff. And then as always, I have my vines up here. And then above my desk, I have all of my little signs for all of my past and current guinea pigs. And what I'm really loving about this setup is all the storage that I have underneath here. I thought I was actually going to like lose storage when I changed the setup, but I feel like I gained it. I don't know how true that is, but I'm just loving how it's all in this one corner. It's a lot more convenient. It's really great. Over here is where I have their small trash can of hay and then all of their small fleece pads. So we've got pads in here, pee pads in here, and more pee pads in here. And this is not even all the pee pads I have. Like, I have so many. It's like genuinely like an issue, the amount of pee pads I have, but this is just what I have clean for right now. And then back here, hi Marshmallow. Back here is where I have my bedding and my dirty laundry. So this laundry hamper that I got from Five Below, I actually ended up really liking this thing. I was hesitant because I thought it was going to be too small once I saw the size when I opened it. But honestly, for its size, it holds a lot of stuff. I've got all the washable pads over there, and then all of my dirty pee pads are here, and then all of my dirty fleece hides are in that trash bag. And honestly, like, it's storing a lot more than I thought that it would, so I'm really pleased with that. And then we have open bag of bedding, unopened bag of bedding, my trash can here, and then still room for something else here. I have a second laundry basket that's currently in my car that will probably go in this area. And then moving on to sort of like the main corner where everybody's cage meets up. This is where we have the barrier between the trio and Cinnamon and Sage. And like I said, I had to put up this plastic Coroplast barrier because he was going nuts, and he is still going nuts. I even had to block his view from like the one corner he could view over there. and now he just sits at this 1/2 inch of space and he just gnaws at this bar. So for some reason he is like quite literally obsessed with the trio. I don't know if it's some aftermath of the bonding thing or if it's just his personality. He hasn't lived side by side with other pigs since he was bonded with females, so it could be like a neutered boar thing. I'm not really sure what his deal is, but I'm hoping with time that he will calm down and I can remove this barrier, because I'd really like for them to be able to see each other, but right now it's clearly stressing him out. So I've only allowed him the smallest sliver of space to see them, and hopefully with that he can get more used to them. But this is Cinnamon and Sage's cage. It is a 2x6, so it's about 16 square feet for the two of them. And it's just kind of set up similar to the other cage. I've got a fleece forest with a bunk bed and a cozy bed, a couple tunnels, and then their hay areas. And something about these hay areas, these are actually brand new. I forgot to mention it, but I actually purchased these hay areas from a like restaurant wholesale website. I will link it in the description. The shipping was like $17, but the containers themselves were only about $13. So in the end, they averaged like $20 for each litter box, which isn't the worst, but the more that you buy, the cheaper they will be. And they are 26 inches long. So these cages are 28. So there's like an inch of space on each side, but it was the closest size litter box I could find anywhere online with low entry that was not made out of coroplast. I was sick and tired of dealing with the staining on my coroplast litter box, and I wanted to stick to something plastic based. And so these are great. They are 26 inches by I believe 18 inches, and they're about 3.5 deep. So I think they work great for guinea pigs. The little bit of space on either end does slightly bother me, but it's not really the worst. And like I said, it was literally the closest thing I could find. So I have one here for my trio and then one over there for the duo. And I think they're working really, really well. And then also here I have my hay rack from the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, just to store some extra clean hay for the trio since they go through a lot more hay than my other pigs, since there is more of them, obviously. And then of course, every cage has lots of toys. We've got toy here. This is the Oxbow play wall. We have a hanging willow ball. And then this trio also has a play wall and then some loose toys on the ground as well. And then down here is where the two boys live. So my two single boys actually each got an upgrade. So they were in 2x3s before, and now they are both in 2x4s, which is really great. I wanted to do that for them because I just was feeling like, although a 2x3 is 8 square feet and it is the minimum for one guinea pig, I was just not feeling that they were getting enough room to move around, especially Waffles, because he's literally ginormous. So having them both in 2x4s is just a lot better for me. A 2x4 is 10.5 square feet, so each of them has 10.5, and I think it's really great that I was able to do that. I've been wanting to upgrade their sizes for a while. Again, like I said, especially Waffles. He's huge. But this is his cage. I did it mostly out of bedding because he is a very, very messy boy, and the bedding really just helps contain his mess. He tends to soak fleece within like a day, so the bedding is really, really great. And then I just have a bath mat over here so that I don't have to do the whole cage of bedding. It's not so expensive, and it just sort of smoothly goes from bath mat to bedding. And then up here, this was my light situation. As you can see, it's already sort of failing. That one is Rockets and his is working perfectly fine, but Waffles light is already failing. This is from Five Below. I think I showed you guys it earlier. It was like $5, but I've only had this thing up here for one day and it's already failing. So do not recommend. That one's working great. It's not a bad solution. I do like that they're battery operated. I didn't really have to worry about like connecting them to an outlet or like finding a place in my room where there was an outlet that I could plug it into, but the flickering is not it. I may have to buy something a little bit higher quality, maybe something where the light is a little warmer and not so like hospital school lighting. So there, did it just completely go out? Okay, it's just having all sorts of issues over there. I don't really know what's going on with this one, but that one's working fine. So they do offer a little bit of light for the bottom cages, and then you can see he's got his bunk bed, his tunnel, and then I also have some fairy lights around the back of their cages here. Let me scoot Over here to Rocket. Again, his cage is sort of the same layout, except he just has his litter box, a bed, a tunnel, and his bunk bed. And then he's got a little dangling toy way back there as well. And then something else is that I hung up Stardust Memorial. I put it right smack dab in the middle here. I would have preferred to have it over the cage where her friends are currently living, so I thought that would be kind of sweet, but this wall is kind of out of space. It already has Honey's memorial on it, so I just went ahead and put her on the middle wall here. And I'm really happy with the way this shelf came out. I think it looks really, really cute and it matches everything really well. So I have her urn, her paw print, the fern that I bought, and then this frame up here. I have a frame like this for all 3 of my pets who've passed. I'll link it in the description for anyone who is interested, but I just think it's a really great way to sort of remember them and have their photo and everything. I think they only sell for like 20 something dollars on Etsy as well, so it's not that expensive either, but I'm really pleased with the way her memorial came out, and now she can just sort of watch over everyone in the room. And then over here, obviously, we have my desk, which I did manage to clean off and give sort of a little refresh. And then this is like my little stand thing, I guess. I'm not really sure what you would call it, but like my supply stand, which as you can see is currently full of clean bath mats. I did a lot of laundry while I was doing this cage renovation, so I've got a lot of clean laundry. So we've got a ton of bath mats here, literally so many different kinds, sizes, and colors. I have a lot of bath mats, so most of them are right here, and then we just got some random supplies storage down at the bottom. And then newest addition is this little toy box, which I thought was just adorable. I got it from the Five Below, and that way I can just sort of have all of their loose toys that I haven't used yet in here. So all of these are new toys that I have not given to them yet. A lot of these are from Binky Bunny. This is from Binky Bunny. This, which I kind of want to hang up in the trios cage, it's kind of fun. That's also from Binky Bunny. So is this fruit shoe. This wooden one is from Oxbow. This is from Guinea Pig Fun Box that I got in my monthly subscription box. And then we just have some bamboo chews and Timothy straws from the pig room. We have more up here as well. More Guinea Pig Fun Box treats, Oxbow treats, and forages, and Oxbow cookies as well. And then dustpan, my air purifier. This is a smaller one than what I've had in the room in the past, but this is the one that has the newest air filter, so it's the one that I chose to put in here. And then my mirror. And then here is one last look at the room. I'm so happy with it. Honestly, being able to have this much floor space, like, is crazy to me, because before I only had like about 3 feet of floor space, so I had literally like half of this floor space. So having this much space, being able to move around, interact with all the pigs, clean easier. I'm not like cleaning one cage and turning around and straight up bumping into another. Like, I actually have room to move around and interact and spend time with them and clean, and I'm just you having fun over there, buddy? And I'm just really excited to not feel so claustrophobic and cramped in here. So yeah, I think this was a great idea. I'm really loving the way the cage renovation came out. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to see more of my content and more of my videos. If you are new to my channel and this was your first time watching my videos, hi, hello, thank you for watching today's video. Please subscribe to see more of my content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you again next week with another video. Bye-bye.